It is all going to dust. Part 4. A meditation on Armageddon, double standards, dying hegemonies, and the world we are building from their ashes. The media's peculiar grammar of suffering. The bias is not always crude. The crudity, in fact, would be easier to identify and challenge. What makes Western media's coverage of Muslim suffering so insidious is its structural sophistication, the way an editorial choice, buried 3 paragraphs deep, reshapes the moral universe of an entire story. The Guardian once explained mass Palestinian deaths from thirst by noting they dehydrate to death as clean water runs out, as if dehydration was a geological process rather than the calculated consequence of a deliberate siege. The water did not run out, it was cut off. There is a subject in that sentence. The passive voice helpfully removes it. This is not accidental. It is editorial policy expressed through verb tense. When a Muslim country retaliates, the active voice returns with a vengeance. Iran launches missiles. Hamas massacres. Hezbollah attacks. But when Israeli forces strike a hospital, they conduct operations in the area of a hospital. When an airstrike kills 40 people sheltering in a UN school, the school was struck. By what? By whom? The passive voice maintains dignified silence. The WHO verified 735 attacks on healthcare facilities during the Gaza conflict. 1,670 healthcare workers were killed. 310 UN workers were killed. 252 journalists were killed, the highest toll for journalists in any conflict on record. These numbers exist. They are published. They are, in the vocabulary of the Western press, alleged, said to be, or quietly placed in paragraph 14. A French journalism professor once observed that you can tell whose side a newspaper is on by examining its use of the passive voice. By that measure, the BBC, CNN, and the New York Times have delivered across this conflict a verdict as clear as any editorial.